Hello, welcome. It's Ruth here at Artful Stampin. So I've got to finish off making this album. Thought I'd film it rather than doing a live so that there's something for you guys to watch when I'm out and about. So I've decided to do some inserts that are going to fit into here, and I've got 5 pages to do. So I'm cutting these at 6 by 4 inches. That's correct. Yeah. So I forgot what I was doing then. Forgot my measurements. So that's another 2. I've just got that spare then. And then just going to cut myself another one from here. And then what I'm going to do is I want to put some nice corrugated cardstock as my kind of like finger tabs. So I just want to figure out now how wide a piece of cardstock I need to cut for that. So it's about there. That works out at just under 3/4 of an inch. So let's have a look. I think I might just do this at, what's that, 5/8. Yeah, I think I'll do it at 5/8 of an inch. I'm going to flip it over because I find it's easier to cut corrugated card when it's flipped over. So it's about 1.5 centimeters. Okay, so now I believe this is a length of 12 inches. So I only need 5 of these. So I need to cut myself a couple to get my 5 sections. So 4. And 4. So I've got my 5 pieces. I'm just going to quickly stick these little corrugated pieces on the end. Now this cardstock is retired, this corrugated card, but I had it in my stash and used it the other day for a different album and just thought how fun it looked. So, you know, grab whatever you've got in your stash to do this. I think it's quite nice because it's a way of adding texture to an album without adding too much extra bulk. I've just been aware of, with my kind of like journey into creating folio albums, that there's a fine line between having space for photographs, space for layers of flat papers, and then that versus wanting to put texture and bulky embellishments or flowers and things like that. So it's a fine line, because when you start sticking photographs into albums, the last thing you want to have happen is for there to be a very hard embellishment on the opposite side that could damage a photograph. And obviously I recommend that you don't use, you know, your only copy of a photograph in an album, but, you know, use copies of photographs. Now why does that look like it's almost a bit too short? You know what, I'm going to just remove that one because I have a spare one. I don't like that, so I'm just going to put that one on because it's nice and full length. There we go, that's better. So yeah, so what I'm saying is that having this corrugated card is a really nice alternative to having lots of bulk. So I'm just going to add these in, see what they look like. Okay. Oh, now I'm looking at the other side. I'm thinking maybe I do want to put the corrugation on the other side. It looks so bare. You know what I might do? I think what I'll do is have a look and see what scrap pieces I have left over of these papers. And I might just stick another paper behind here. So I'm just going to pause and look. So I've managed to find some little pieces, and Let's see if these, oh yeah, so I've got one, potentially two there. Oh, 3, 4. Might get some out of that as well. Okay, that's great. Be nice to just finish that off nicely, the back of the pieces. So let's see how much I can get out of this piece. So what did I do? 5/8. 1, 2. Maybe just have 2 of those, and then no, it's probably a bit bigger than 5/8, but I don't really want to risk cutting that and making a mess of it. So I'm just going to cut that down to 4. I'll use the other side just to have a bit of variety. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then, oh, I do have the back of this. Oh, I'm wondering now whether I should just go for 5 different images, because I've got that side and I've got this side. Okay. I'm just kind of like, oh, if I can't have them all the same, I need to have them all different rather than having 2 the same. And then I think my blade needs a bit of a change. It's starting to fray a little bit. Okay. Right. Sometimes when that happens, I just push down harder on the blade. Oh, and clean my inners. Right. Okay, let's go for this then. So take those all out. Is that 5? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, where's my spare one gone? Ah, there we go. Right, so let's go again. Add a little bit on here. I do like how you can use all these tiny little leftover pieces for sort of final bits of decorating and adding extra bits. Sometimes, you know, you can decorate the actual pull-out sections as well a little bit more. They don't have to be left plain, but you know, and of course you can stick designer series paper across them if you want to, but I'm just going to go and I just want to get this finished now, because by the time you're watching this, the wedding may have happened. And this is a gift for the happy couple. There we go. Right, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I was going to go for... Oops. Was I going to go for a different one? Oh yeah, that one. There we go. Now, the interesting thing will be to place these in here in a way that kind of matches the pages. So I'm going to work backwards. So that's the final page. So I don't really want to use the same designs, you know, against the same, like there. Or no, that's not the same, but it's similar colours. So I'm going to go with the floral against the stripy one there, and then no, we'll go opposite. Let's go put that one down here. There we go. And there. And oh, it does make sense to put that one there because I've used that paper on that one. And there. All right, so I've decided not to put those red flowers. Some of you who saw me do this process, you saw me looking at putting the red flowers on. I'd had a discussion with my sister, who also knows the couple, and she felt might be a little bit too much for them, their personality. So I'm going to keep it quite simple and plain. Now this I am not happy about. I need to maybe cut these down so they sit in a bit better. Because I don't like the way they keep falling out. So I know what, I'm going to just trim those down. Oops, down that way. Leave that out the way. So if I take that down to 3 inches. Go. Right, let's see how that works. So 1, 2, 3. That's better. That sits much nicer in there. So much better. Okay, right, there we have it. So what I'll do is I'll create a playlist of how I made this whole album. Ooh, excuse that little bit of scrappy bit there. Yeah, so I'll do a whole playlist about how I did this from start to finish, so that if you want to play along and make something similar, you can do. So thank you so much for watching, and hope you guys are keeping well, and I'll see you very soon. Take care for now. Bye.